this weekend, we're trying to go to win the thing, and that's what you got to do. And there's a lot of different teams there. Of course, we're focusing in a lot of our stuff on Oklahoma, but we just kind of had a big meeting now to go over all three teams and try to get a little perspective on each one of them. And it is a wide open regional, I think. I'm not sure there's any real favorite going in. Some people have certain teams favored, but I think everybody's pretty even as far as what we're doing. Our defensive effort in the NCAA tournament has been unbelievable, you know. But I think on both ends, meaning the three-point field goal percentage and the regular one, I think we're second only to Kentucky now in that area. The other thing that's been unbelievable is our turnovers. 7.5 over these games, 6 turnovers against Virginia, a very good defensive team. That's been great. As far as the number of trips to a Sweet 16 that everybody's asked me about, I'm just thrilled that I'm a part of the ride. We are playing some of our best basketball, and everybody's asked me on radio or TV, when did it really change? And I don't know if it was right around, I wrote down some things that in my mind, it was about the Northwestern game over there. We had just got beaten by Illinois at home. We did change the lineup a little bit. I don't think that had everything to do with it because the lineup was changed for a variety of reasons. But we haven't won 10 out of the last 13, and that crazy loss to Minnesota at home, and then the 2 to Wisconsin. Only 3 of those 13 were at home, actually. Couple neutral sites, but 9 of those games were against NCAA teams. So, you know, where I downplay where we are sometimes because this team has been a little different. I've upplayed it some, but after that devastating loss to Illinois, and to me it was devastating the way we lost that game at the free throw line. We have made some big jumps. Travis Trice, rather than sulking, because we didn't start him, and like I said, that wasn't all because of Travis, and you know, some was take some pressure, some was get a rest, some was because I need a better scorer off the bench, but he's averaged almost 18 per game since, and he's been shooting nearly 70% from the 3, and in those 13 games as a team, we've only averaged 9.5 turnovers, which would be a low for our team. So it's not like we've just come on in the NCAA tournament. I think we have been very steady the last month, but what would be the biggest thing is, you know, we bumped our free throw percentage up in those last 13 games to almost 65. That sounds ridiculous, but I told you earlier, if we shot 60% from the line, we would have won 4 more games, maybe 55% from the line. And so I think everything I said was pretty much on track, and I know that's not a big goal to shoot 65, but it's changed some games that we won that we were losing earlier. If we can start upping that now a little bit more, that would be of great benefit. So, what am I worried about in the tournament? You know, the 2 negatives have been our foul trouble. You know, Denzel, Brandon, can't have those key guys in it. And probably the biggest negative of all for me, and I think I have a reason for it, is we're only like a +1 or 2 in the last 13 games rebounding the ball. And I'll rebound in the NCAA tournament, including killed on the teams that killed us on their offensive glass. And that has to be fixed. But when you got Dawson on the bench for half the game against Georgia, when you have Valentine on the bench for a lot of the time, those are 2 pretty good rebounders. Schilling played 4 minutes against Georgia. You know, Costello's been a little slowed by his, you know, just a knee that's been on and on and on. It's nothing serious, but a little tendonitis in it, and it's caused him some problems. So I'd say the negative is we haven't rebounded well, but how can you sometimes, if you have Brandon, Trav, and Tom out there, because Zell's in foul trouble, Brandon's in foul trouble. So I think if we stay out of foul trouble, it would help our rebounding. But that's going to be a point of emphasis tonight, tomorrow, and the next day, along with trying to do a better job. Again, the fouling has been, it's not aggressive fouling, it's bad turnover and then a frustration fouling, and we gotta get rid of that. Questions, I'll take them.